Okay, in today's video I'm going to take a look at the Davy Select platform for share investing, share trading. So I did a video a while ago about the Gyro share trading platform, the Gyro, and in this one I'm going to take a look at Davy Select because I've opened an account now with Davy Select, and I'm going to have a look at it. I'm going to show you how to execute the purchase of shares, and I'm going to tell you where I'm going to invest my shares money in the next little while. And I think there's actually a very good opportunity at the moment because of the COVID crisis and because of Brexit. I think there's a great opportunity actually to buy shares at very good prices, very good values. Anyway, firstly, Davy Select. DavySelect.ie. I'm going to log in here to my account, and you will immediately see a summary so far, or a breakdown of my account. Now obviously I'm going to blank out figures and so on when I'm producing or editing this video, but basically you have a summary there on the right hand side of your account, the portfolio value, how much you have invested, how much you have in cash, and down here then you've got the shares themselves in your portfolio. Okay, and then down here further you have confirmation of the total book cost, the total market value, and so forth. Then there's statements, correspondence from Davies to me, portfolio holdings history, cash account balances, and so on. So that's my particular portfolio. Up here at the top then you'll see you have a research section. This is useful, very, very useful, and you can see here there's a lot of articles, a lot of good articles actually, about all aspects of companies and the economy and so on and so forth. Different sort of research reports and different up-to-date research carried out on various companies. Here's an EasyJet one, October the 8th. Today is October the 12th, so it's obviously up to date and timely. Up here then also you have markets, a markets tab, and you'll see in the markets you have the Irish market, so it'll give you the trend over the last day, 3 months, 1 year in the Isaac index and so on. Then it'll give you the share prices here, the most active, the risers, the fallers, and down here then it'll give you the full list of shares in the Irish market. If you go back up here you'll see you'll get the full list of shares on the United Kingdom market as well, and the FTSE, and you'll also have the US market. And again you've got the risers, the fallers, the most active, and a full listing of the shares on the New York Stock Exchange. So that's very, very useful. Now here is the trading section, the trading tab, and again it's going to give, I've executed, firstly there's a sort of a summary here across the top, and then I've executed 4 trades today already, and I'll do another one now very shortly. You'll see how it works and how easy it is to operate, and you'll see the costs and so on. And down here then you'll see my holdings in the various shares, various companies. So this is my holdings, and then over here you have buy, sell, etc., and then you have an accounting here as it were of gains and losses, market value, and so forth. Over here then you have customer service, which is useful. And I had a query there today because I couldn't find the BP share price, and I couldn't find the BP research, and I want to buy BP shares, and that's what I'm going to do now, but I couldn't find it. But I got on to customer service, and I must say they replied very, very quickly to my email. I sent an email. Obviously there's 3 different ways here, or a number of different ways you can raise a query. You have email, request a call, or by post. I just sent an email, and I got a response from a very cooperative and very helpful girl or lady very quickly, so it got me sorted out. My problem was I was looking for BP, and when I did search, this is how you search for various shares, when I did search for BP it wasn't actually coming up here. What I needed to do was put a full stop behind it, and then I got BP. So it's BP shares on the London market. That's what I want to buy. But before I do that I want to show you a very, very useful part of this site, even though it's an execution only service I have. In other words, I'm not getting advice from Davy, and I am carrying out my own trades. I'm executing only through them, but there is a fair degree of very useful analysis and research provided on the platform. If you take BP there, you'll see the share price here, and there's a full chart normally. Now, I was giving it a bit of a problem there a minute ago, showing an error, but that's unusual. Generally, you'll see the share price for the last month, 3 months, 6 months, year, and so on. That's very, very useful. And here then you have Morningstar give an analysis, and they say that this is significantly undervalued at a 59% discount, BP shares. And you'll see it last closed at 2 sterling 22, and they say it's fair value at 5 sterling 40. So obviously, if you place any store on that analysis, then you'll certainly be getting yourself some BP shares, and that's what I intend doing. Over here then you'll see that there's a research note, and you can see the full research analysis or research note about BP, and you'll see there, this is 5th of August 2020, this is the 2nd of April 2020, this is the 2nd of April, this is the 4th of June. So you'll see that there's a number of different pieces of research about BP, which is very, very useful. Up here then you have the various ratios and so forth, which you can take a look at over a period of time, and other bits of information and news and so on. It's a very good platform, this, considering I'm not paying very much for it. In fact, I'm paying very little or nothing. Obviously they make a few bob on the fees when I purchase or trade in shares, but other than that there's no ongoing cost or anything for this Davy Select platform. Then if you scroll down the page, you'll find the price versus fair value analysis, and this goes back from to 2010 right up to date. You'll have trailing returns, you have financials, revenue, operating income, net income, earnings per share, operating cash flow, and so forth. Very, very good information. And then the price earnings and the price cash flow and the price to book ratios. Then down here you have various return on assets, return on equity, and so forth, and the dividends, how much dividends are paid out and so forth. Here then you have an interesting situation, an interesting piece of information, the top 5 investors in ownership, and you'll see here Vanguard are the top 5 owners or amongst the top 5 owners with a significant shareholding, and Vanguard are a very, very well regarded investment vehicle. So you'll see how much to have there, 334 million shares and so on. You'll see down here as well the executive team, and interestingly, Bernard Looney happens to be an Irishman. He's a Kerry man, he's 50 years of age, and he's obviously climbed to the top of the totem pole in corporate UK, because executive director and chief executive officer of BP is a job that brings with it a significant amount of salary and kudos and so on. So that is the information that you're provided with in respect of any particular share you want to search. So if you went and look for example, another one that I have is Ted Baker, I think. Yeah, Ted Baker, there's Ted Baker, and you'll see what I mean there now when we look at the share price. So again, you'll see that the share price here, this Morningstar analysis says that €2 is fair value for this share, and it actually last closed at 118, sorry, that's 118 sterling, it's 2 sterling. And they're saying there that Ted Baker is undervalued at a 41% discount. And if you look at the full chart here, I like to look at charts. That chart's not working for some reason. Anyway, that is the situation with the Davy Select platform. I think it's very good. I think it's very good for execution only, for a person like me who isn't, as I say, incurring significant ongoing costs. Plenty of very useful information there. Plenty of information to allow me to make some sort of an informed investment in a share. And as I say, you can have a look at the various bits and pieces here. All you do is click on the tab and it brings you down to various pieces of data and dividends and so forth. Now I want to buy BP shares, so we'll have a look and we'll see exactly what sort of cost we're looking at. So that's not the one I want. I want BP. So I want BP. The indicative price is £2.18. I'm going to go for a limit order. I'm going to pay up to 2.30 per share, because I don't want to be beaten around the bush. I want to get the shares I want, and I'm going to buy 5,000 shares, and my order is good until Friday week. I'm going to select the currency. I'm going to have it transacted in euro just for my own, and I'm going to preview the order. Here's the preview of the order on the right hand side. So you have the settlement currency and the transaction currency. The transaction currency is obviously pound sterling because it's quoted on the FTSE, on the London Stock Exchange. I'm having it transacted just in euro, just for my own benefit, because my account obviously is in a euro account. So I'm paying 12,784. The commission is 63.93. Stamp duty is 63.92. Additional charges €1 and 11 or whatever, and that's it. I'm going to place this order for these BP shares. So that is it. That is it with the Davy Select trading platform. I think it's very good. I'm very happy with it, very impressed. It's very good value, very efficient, and as I say, customer service is excellent. Good bit of research on it, good bit of information, will allow you to very easily make informed decisions. You might not always buy the good shares or the right shares, but you should be able to carry out a bit of research and discover some good shares for yourself. As I say, there's a lot of information, a lot of research on the site, and the various tabs on the left hand side there you can see provides a lot of information. Now there's one other thing I want to say to you, and that is to do with the markets. If we look at the UK market for the last year, you'll see that it had a high of 7571 in January 2020. It's now down to 6,000. I think that the twin difficulties of COVID-19 and Brexit mean that UK shares are undervalued at the moment. Now there is obviously an element of risk. There's an element of risk with all shares, all speculations, all investments, but I think that now is a particularly good time to buy into UK shares, because I think in 6 months time or 12 months time or 18 months time or 3 years time, then I think that the COVID situation will probably be behind us, the Brexit situation will probably be behind us, and those two major clouds that are hanging over the UK equities market will have disappeared. And I think there is, at the moment, I think the UK market is at a historical low in terms of its trading patterns and so on. So 3 months there, you can see it's gone from a high there to a low, and if you look at the year to date, you will find that the big drop there is to do with the COVID situation. As I say, the Brexit situation is an uncertainty hanging over it as well, but it's going to be sorted out one way or the other. And I'm kind of taking a punt on the UK market. I'm kind of taking a punt on the UK shares recovering in the medium to long term, and I'm buying blue chip UK shares. I'm buying shares like BP, Lloyds, Barclays, Vodafone, and I'm buying a few small ones as well. But I'm quite confident in my investment strategy for the UK market, and I already have a significant investment in the American or the US market, which has gone very, very well for the last 3 years, but I'm not investing in the US now. I'm going to shift my attention to the UK market. I think it's underpriced. I think it's a good opportunity. I think the timing at the moment is very good because, as I say, of COVID-19 and Brexit, and I'm hoping to get a good return on my investment. And I'm investing, remember, in the likes of Barclays, Lloyds, Vodafone, BP. these are blue chips. So, you know, I don't think I'll go too far wrong in the long run, and I am investing for the long run. So that's how I operate. Anyway, hope you find the video useful. If you do, I would appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below, and thanks a lot.